Hi. So I got a question. Have you ever had this thing or this thing happen to you where you plan a piece of work, or a task, and you've scheduled when you're going to do it. You've done your time blocking and everything, and then the time comes and you're sat in front of it and you're willing to go, but nothing. Like you're doing it, but it's not actually working. You don't understand what you're reading, or it just seems harder somehow, and then you try to push through it all, but in a word, you just can't seem to make head or tail of it all. Okay, if you are anything like me, then yes, you probably find a time when that happened to you before in the past. And what I wanted to share today is the signs that you're losing your focus or your concentration, and what you might be able to do about that. So my name is Rebecca Yalafoje, and I'm a psychologist and stress management coach, and I work with high achieving leaders, entrepreneurs and CEOs who are quite stressed out, but they want to become more productive in their business without actually burning out. Okay, so that's what I do. So the purpose of this video is to talk about 5 signs that you're losing focus in your work and what you're doing. Okay, so 5 signs. First one is that you're being forgetful. Now this one is more common because a lot of people know that. So if it's not in your diary, it doesn't exist, and it's the only way you're going to remember to actually do certain things. So that's one sign. Second sign is that you have a hard time reading or maintaining concentration on a piece of work. So you're either reading the same lines over and over again, or you keep stopping and changing, and you're moving from tab to tab, but you're not quite finishing what you've got to do. The third sign is that you might feel like your head feels physically full, like you really can't take any more in. And some people actually use that expression, I just can't, I've had up to here and I can't take it any more in. That's what that means. So that's the third one. The fourth one is you're easily distracted. So you might just go from task to task, being distracted by one but not quite finishing it, or just either distracted by social media or a phone or someone calling you, and as soon as they get distracted, you don't remember where you were and you can't continue. And then the fifth sign is taking a long time to finish a task. So that's one of the things that we'll say. So the question now becomes, what do you do when that situation happens? I'm just changing my notes here. So what do you do when that has happened to you? The first thing I usually tell clients, and I tell myself, is to back away from the task. Just leave it. And the reason why we're saying that is, no matter how many times you're going to try and force yourself to concentrate or to power through, it rarely works. And when it does, it's not without much effort that you place on yourself and on your brain anyway, to be able to do that piece of work. So it's more cost effective and time effective if you took a break. So that you might have the best intention, that's true. You planned it in your diary, that's true. You've got all your resources you're going to use for that particular time, that's true. But on the day, you're not there particularly, and there's no way to force yourself to do it. So my recommendation is take a break. And while you're on your break, be a 10-minute break, 15-minute break, but while you're on the break and you're having a cup of tea or whatever, you can start to think about or reflect on why you were losing focus in the first place. So what was going on there with you? And that would allow you sort of start problem solving. Even while you're having your break, your brain is going to be trying to work out what this was about. And once you have a clarity around how to move forward, then you're more likely to do that. Either changing the task a little bit, or outsourcing it to somebody else, or getting help with it. Or literally, it could just be trying another angle or changing the scenery. So for me, if I find myself struggling to concentrate for a long period of time, or I start to do a task and it's just not working, I take a break, I come back. Usually I don't just come back and sit where I was, I change the scenery. So I either go to another desk or window, or go to my room, something that just changes the view of what I was looking at the first time, and that might give me a way to move forward with that. So I thought you might sort of benefit from that today. So if it mattered for you today, please receive it in the way it came, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day and have better focus tomorrow. See you. Bye.